Hello and welcome to FATBOSS TV, and today we are having a look at the siege of the temple on Mr. Pandaria Beta.
Niuzao Temple.
Niuzao, no one knows. It's a 5-man heroic, and it looks really bloody nice. It's got a really nice sort of like AQ-y sort of feel, and then it completely changed to Pandaland at the end with a bit of AQ on top, which is lovely.
Right.
They're like merging the styles.
It looks like Anchorage, actually.
It's got a very buggy, like not as in like broken, but as in like insecty sort of feel. If I quickly talk about this trash. I'm tanking, I'm sorry.
They spawned an egg?
Basically, there's these ads, and basically the two things they do is that they stun you and they put you inside these little gooey patches you can see there, and they make those shields that reduce the amount of damage you take by 90%.
Like a fucking egg.
So you move them out and you try and dispel the stuns, but the stuns are like on a 500-year fucking... the dispels even are on a fucking huge cooldown.
Yeah.
But either way, you also got this trash that does nothing except for when it dies, it makes it so they do more damage to you by 10%, but also increase your damage by 10%. So the idea is you kill them all at once, so you don't take too much damage. You can see how it's got stacked there. So it's all pretty simple.
Yeah.
This place looks amazing, is the point of this bit of the clip.
It does look fucking good.
The room is really bloody cool, but there's far too much trash, which I'm all going to skip right now, and we're going to move straight into the boss.
Oh, the boss is in the middle, right?
The boss is in the middle. We're in like a hollowed out tree, and I've never seen a room like this before. Like, before I even talk about the boss,
It's fucking weird looking.
It's really, really
looks cool.
It's completely unique. I've never seen the inside of a tree.
So what's the lore behind this place?
You know Heart of Fear? You know that place?
Yeah, the instance, yeah.
It's somewhere...
It's in that zone.
It's somewhere around that zone.
I can't remember the name of the fucking zone.
Doesn't matter. It's somewhere in near that zone, and it's stuff, and... Bugs are... It doesn't even matter, really.
Okay, so what the fuck is going on here?
Okay, so the boss has a couple of abilities, and it's all to do with the thing in the middle of the room. As you can see, he's detonating his pool, and the amount of damage that detonate does is dependent on how big the pool is.
And how does the pool grow then?
By the ads that spawn around the sides get into the middle. So you want to kill those ads around the side so they don't get into the middle. Otherwise, it does ramp up higher and higher.
You seem to rape those ads though. They don't seem to have.
They have about 90k health.
Oh right, yeah.
So literally, that's like one move. I could nearly one-shot them myself.
Yeah.
So it's really, really easy to kill. So as long as your group doesn't have massive amount of like just being really stupid, then you'll be absolutely fine.
Do they always spawn from the same place?
Yeah, by the looks of it. And also the damage done by the detonate doesn't seem to be a lot, and he's not hitting me very hard. He's hitting me for like 40k, and I'm not even using my cooldowns properly or anything.
He looks pretty cool though.
He does. He's got a very nice...
Is that a new... I think that's a new skin.
It looks new anyway. Well, new to Mists, anywho. But it's really nice. And the whole aesthetic of this place is amazing, except the boss is overall a bit shit.
Yeah, this guy doesn't seem that fantastic.
I think it's the damage is just massively scaled down because it's beta.
If you stand in the pool, does it hurt? Or?
I imagine so. We didn't go near it. We were scared, but I think from the dungeon journal, from my memory, I think it does do some damage too.
Right,
it reduces movement speed as well. I think.
But he's quite cool.
He's a lovely, lovely skin and textures.
He looks quite cool, but yeah, a bit
of a letdown, to be honest.
Bit of a shit fight.
Yeah.
Blues.
But either way, now we're progressing up the hollowed out tree. But there's no more bosses in here. But there is this more trash. There's so much trash in this place. Don't worry, I'm going to skip it because I want to show you this little bit up ahead. There you go. It's dead now. Up ahead, there's a little bit of like a gauntlet-y sort of thing where there's all this ooze coming from the floor and they keep spawning and despawning. But it's incredibly easy, and the only thing that happens is you get slowed. So maybe...
So you've got to try and avoid it, but...
To be honest, they could have made it so much better. But either way, just look at this place.
It does look pretty cool.
Look at it. It's crazy.
It does look very,
got all the little insects on the walls. Everything. Oh, they did a really fucking good job. It's really, really nice. There's so much more trash. I'm going to skip it and I also get lost as well. But now we're outside.
Okay.
And this bit is the next boss, and it looks really nice. Again, this whole instant looks amazing. I'm going to quickly skip killing this guy. He has too much health in the DPS 2 shit. But this bit is like kind of a bit like Orcs Must Die, if you've played that game, or like a tower defense-y sort of game. I go down here, but you can't go down there. So I was like, well, how do we kill the boss? So I have a little look at the map, like, well, the boss is down there. How do I get to it? And then I get like pulled up. Someone says it's over here, and these bombs are here, right?
Right.
So what you need to do, he picks it up before I do. You throw it on the floor, and it leaves a patch. And as the ads run through the patch, they get slowed, they take damage, and also they have a debuff on them that makes them take more damage for a period of time, like 10% each tick.
Oh, so you're supposed
to do as much damage as they possibly can before they get to you.
And when they get to you, you do what?
Well, you just kill them. But you can actually kill them before they reach you. That's the whole idea. And this lasts for a very long time, but by the end of it, it's just a massive line of these bombs, because the bombs only last a while anyway, but by the time the boss gets to you,
That's pretty cool, though.
yeah, I picked up a bomb here, and the debuff affects you, so I was taking a fuck ton of damage. I think I was up to 60% increased damage taken. I nearly died. But
right.
if your tank can handle it, you could tank him inside that if your healer was on. It's actually a debuff that you can dispel. But here's the boss after a very fucking long time, and as you see, he's running through all of these patches. Like, he's probably got a massive damage modifier on him now.
Yeah.
And the whole idea is that these bombs are still around for some of the fight. And the idea is that you try and keep him in it. Now, he does have a couple of abilities. One of them is that he just charges at someone and then spins the fuck around and knocks you back and does a bunch of damage.
Okay.
Hard mode. There's also that flying ad that you're supposed to kill, but we have like no range DPS. We have like one Shadow Priest who don't know what the fuck she's doing, so that was annoying. It just fucked off eventually though, but overall this boss, he's actually fairly simple. He just keeps spinning around. However, he does, every time he like melee hits or every now and then, his attack speed increases.
Right.
So I was just tanking him like fuck it. I thought the whole event was just like that was the boss. But the actual what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to kite him by using the bombs.
Because the bombs slow him, right?
Yeah, the bombs slow him and give him a damage modifier, and it also gives you enough time. Look, this priest is actually like carrying me so hard. But look, as he's spinning, I'm on the other side of 2 sets of bombs that he has to run through. His stacks will reset, and also he'll get a massive damage multiplier on him, so he'll take more damage.
Can you kite him through the same one twice?
Yeah, so, you can keep him in it.
Will it like increase his stacks over time, or?
Yeah, definitely. You can if you can tank him correctly in the right position, like I'm not doing. He can just have potentially a fucking huge stack.
Right.
It's 10% each tick, and it ticks fairly frequently.
That's pretty clever.
So it's all to do with tank positioning, really. So it's something for tanks to think about instead of just like the DPS or the healers.
That's something new though. It's fun though.
Yeah. I like in this how they've kind of given tanks a little bit more to do in fights, like
instead of just one hand on keyboard.
Other hand, like just
down pants.
Oh wow, yeah, but it's literally as simple as that, and he dies nice and quickly afterwards once you kind of got what you were doing.
If you actually put him inside the patches.
Yeah. So I just wanted to show you this little door and the panda guy. After a little while, I was just freeing some slaves for a quest. It's really shit. He blows the door, and guess what's on the other side?
More trash. About
20 minutes worth of trash if you clear it all. We cleared like as little as possible. This trash is really fucking annoying as well. I can't even remember what they do. It was that frustrating. Like I've got a mental block of how annoying they were. Like all the trash in here are very aggravating, so you want to try and do as least as possible. However, if you're on the quest to release the slaves, you kind of need to do all of them. But either way, you end up in this nice little area, and this is the third boss, and the third boss is actually really quite cool.
He looks scary.
He is fairly fucking scary. Now, he kind of has 2 different phases, and this is just his normal phase, and he goes into another phase at like 65 and 35 or some shit like that. I can't really remember.
Right.
But what he does, he throws his sword on the ground and runs to it. Now, when the sword lands, it does about 165k damage, and then when he reaches you, he does like another 200k damage.
So, does he always throw the sword at a player?
At a player.
So that player needs to fucking run.
Yeah, but there is quite a long animation for you to see it, and also what's really weird is that the sword knocks you back, and then he runs to the place where the sword was, so it seems like you can't get double hit properly at the moment.
Right.
I'm not really sure what the whole fuck that's about. He should really knock you back the second time instead of the first time,
yeah,
in my opinion. Sense. But either way, he just keeps doing that, and it's really fairly simple. But this is the thing you want to have a look at. Or is it not just? It's not just yet. I'm sorry. He ran over. I was very confused. But it suddenly completely transitions the whole style. Oh, also, he's doing a move that does AoE damage to the whole raid, and then puts a debuff on them that makes it so they can't be healed. You have to heal like through it.
What the fuck is going on?
He's taking no damage at this point, right?
Okay.
And he's absorbing 6 million damage, except he's like, you can't do that. However, there's these bombs that are spawning, and now these bombs, when you throw it onto him, do a fuck ton of damage and give him a damage multiplier on him.
Oh, okay.
So what you need to do, and also if these bombs hit you and they explode before you manage to pick them up and throw them at him, which is about 3 seconds, and then once you pick them up, you get a 10-second buff.
Right.
So once you pick them up, you have 10 seconds to throw them at the boss.
If you get hit by them, what happens?
It really hurts. You get a damage multiplier on you, and it hits you for like 200k or something stupid like that.
Yeah,
so
you can see like ticking down. It's got like a 3-line animation.
Yeah. So once you hit him with enough bombs and you're doing some fair damage to him over the time, the 6 million damage percent damage will be gone. However, the bombs still spawn for a while afterwards, so you can still keep the stack up.
Right.
And what you want to do, you want to roll it for as long as you possibly can.
Okay.
Because at the moment, every bomb that it hits him, 10% extra damage intake.
Ah, right. Okay, that's pretty cool.
And he has a very, very high amount of health. So that first phase there, it did last longer than normal. I didn't really remember it because he didn't have the damage multiplier on him. But he goes into this next phase much, much quicker because of the damage multiplier on him as well.
So what is he doing now? Is he doing exactly what he was doing?
the same.
Right.
They're the two phases. He literally switches from one to the other, and it's
Is
your
that
job.
based on percent health?
Percent health, yeah.
Okay.
And
so
it's
will
your
he do it again?
Yeah, he's doing it again now, so it was a lot quicker. And it's basically your job to keep the stacks rolling on him. The tank can pick these up and tank him on top of the boss because these get affected by the bomb and it insta-kills them. They have like no health anyway. It's something for the tank to do, really.
I see. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and that is it. You just keep throwing the bombs at him and like keep the stack rolling. I think it's really quite cool though. Like it's kind of multi-phasey.
I think they're trying to break the bosses up a bit. So like even if you are like the best gear and you're like, you know, like finish the tier, you can't still go into these 5-mans and just kill bosses within 10 seconds.
Yeah, definitely.
Because of all this phasing and stuff like that. All these different parts of the encounter.
The only problem I can see with, like, I was just thinking what you said there with the second boss, how annoying is that going to have to be to do it every time?
Yeah, it's going to be
what it's going to end up being is that you're just going to stand where they spawn and just AoE. I think that's what I'm going to do anyway, looking back at it.
That would probably make sense. I mean, can you stack the puddles?
Yeah, I think so.
If
yeah.
you could just stack the puddles and tank it and
if you were a Death Knight as well, if you use anti-magic shell, you might not get the stack on you either, which would be really, really interesting.
That'd be cool to see.
That would be pretty cool. Either way, completely irrelevant. This boss is still doing the same shit. It is a long boss. However, we do get an achievement at the end because we managed to stack the bomb so properly. You didn't see it.
You didn't see it, but
yeah. But either way, I wanted to show you this bridge. It's literally just from beyond, and this bridge shape, you see, is actually really important for the boss that we're about to do. But I wanted to show you it anyway.
Right.
Very, very, very important, and the trash is fucking awful. But this boss is actually, it's got some good points, but there's too much downtime of nothing. Right. Basically, what he does, he just keeps hitting you and hitting you and hitting you and hitting you and hitting you, and then every now and then he decides to do something.
Is that because he's a bit balked, or?
Nah, it's just because he's a bit shit.
So he does puddles of shit.
Yeah, paddles of shit. Oh my god, move out of them, and he melee hits you for a very long time, and throws bricks at people. I'm not even joking you, it is throw debris, and he has actually got like a stone slab in his hand that he throws at people. I feel like I'm
this is the last boss?
Yeah. I feel like I'm in Soho or something, like near a construction site, and everything's going wrong. This shit's getting real. But this is the interesting thing. He flies up in the air and goes to the other end of the bridge, and then starts casting something that you've basically got to try and get to him and interrupt him, because it knocks you back.
Oh,
it keeps knocking you back. However, there was a very, very, very good player on our team that managed to get to him before he finished casting the move. Like, it was pushing you back. It's a channeled cast.
I saw, yeah.
But someone managed to do it before.
And
you'll see it again.
The whatever the fuck they are, the vases.
Because otherwise they'll just keep knocking you back and back.
You need to put your back so it pushes you.
So you'll
run.
You'll run in front of one. It'll get you pushed
kind
back
of like
into
zigzag.
Yeah, definitely, exactly. And that's actually, like, I felt that was really, really
cool.
fun. Wait, you see it better the second time, unfortunately, because someone was actually really good. Like, we couldn't actually get the best of footage. I was just doing this random pugs instead of like with people from the guild or whatever. But as you can see, he runs all the way to the other end.
Flies over.
I stay at the back so you can see. And he pushes you back, and you look when you're running towards
you're fucked then, because there's nothing behind
But then
you.
he stops.
Oh, but then he stops.
So you go to the next one, and then he starts pushing you back.
Ah, that's really clever.
And then he'll stop. But of course now he's actually stopped because someone managed to get an interrupt on him. You actually have to use an interrupt as well. It's not just engage in melee combat from memory. But also
what if he does that pushback and you're on the other side? Will he push you to the other side of the bridge?
I thought, what, here?
Yeah.
I actually checked that right now, and unfortunately it is invisible. So you cannot be pushed off the bridge. Look, I do it very, very slowly. Like, does it? No, I'm fine. So
there's invisible. You can get pushed to the other side of the bridge.
That is I feel that's a massive problem. They should remove that invisible wall.
They should.
Because that would punish the shit. It's also, you see very quickly here, he's put a debuff off me, and you've got to jump, otherwise you like get fucked, and then you get a thing. But that's it.
I saw.
But that's happened once in the whole fight. That was it. So I don't know if you're not supposed to kill him that quickly.
You get a debuff of a bar, and you're supposed to jump. And it'll drop.
Yeah. But that's actually it. That's the siege of the Niuzao Temple. Far too much trash. The bosses are a little bit shit, but my god, it looks really fucking cool.
And some of the bosses are okay.
Yeah, they've got some very like cool looking mechanics, but like they need to make them better, sort of thing. It's not as fun as other 5-mans have been in, so but otherwise it's not too bad. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope you like this. So if you do, please do give us a thumbs up and make sure to comment, rate, and subscribe.
And if you'd like to see more FatBoss shit, click up on the annotations on the left hand side of this screen.
Thank you for watching.